Good morning. I'm so glad to be here today with this strong team of partners to talk about keeping Georgians safe, both on the highways and the waterways, as we head into Memorial Day weekend in the summer season. Unfortunately, we have some sobering reminders of why this conversation is so important. In 2024, last year, Georgia saw 57 drownings and 20 boating fatalities. And already this year, before Memorial Day weekend has even begun, we've experienced 27 drownings and 5 boating fatalities, including 2 drownings yesterday, one at Hard Labor Creek State Park and one in Ware County. Here's what we're asking everyone to do. Wear a U.S. Coast Guard life jacket. It's not optional for kids. Georgia law requires that all children under 13 wear a life jacket anytime they're on a moving vessel or motorized or not. Don't drive distracted. Whether you're behind the wheel of a car or the controls of a boat, distractions from phones, music, passengers, or anything else can be deadly. Get educated. Boater education is required by law for anyone born on or after January 1, 1998. We offer classes online and in person with our game wardens. There's no excuse not to be prepared and take a boat education course. Stay sober. Last year, our game wardens arrested 259 people for boating under the influence. This year, we've already made 16 BUI arrests, and the summer hasn't even started. This is your warning. BUI and DUI will not be tolerated in Georgia. We also want to highlight 2 laws that are seeing an increase in violations: the 100-foot law and the 200-foot law. The 100-foot law requires that boats operate at idle speed within 100 feet of people, docks, other vessels, swimming areas, or objects, including the shoreline. We've seen too many collisions, jet skis hitting docks at high speed or boats striking submerged debris, and those often lead to injuries and death. The 200-foot law, which was passed 2 years ago, applies to wake surfing and wakeboarding. It requires operators to stay at least 200 feet away from docks, people, and other structures. Wake boats create large waves and can damage property, harm swimmers, and erode the shoreline. Violating these laws doesn't endanger the operator, it puts everyone on the water at risk. Our game wardens will be out in full force this weekend and all summer long. They'll be watching for violations of the 100-foot and the 200-foot laws and for impaired boat operators. Our goal is simple: for everyone to enjoy Georgia's waterways and to go home safely at the end of the day. Let's all do our part this weekend and beyond, whether you're behind the wheel of a vehicle or behind the wheel of a boat, and put safety first. So we want people to understand what their limitations are. If you're not a good swimmer, wear a life jacket. Enjoy the lake, enjoy the summer. Don't drink and drive a boat. Get somebody else to operate the vessel for you. And then we want folks, everybody, not just those born after 1998, but we want everybody to take a boater education course. The state of Alabama has required all boat operators to have a boat education course, regardless of when they were born. And so our boat education card here in Georgia is good in all 50 states. So once you take our class here, then you can use that boat education course in any of the 50 states. You look at any city, and Atlanta having the most traffic and most people in one area there, and your rush hour traffic, that's when more accidents are likely to happen. Same thing on the lake. If there's more people on the water, there's more chances for things to happen. We always tell folks the best time to go to the lake is Monday through Friday, when there's nobody out here and it's nice and calm. I grew up on this lake. I've been here for 40 years, and the best time to be here is, in the middle of the week. But if you go out on the weekend, just understand that there are rules and regulations. There are, areas for boats to operate certain directions and so forth. Nighttime, making sure your lights work before you go out at night. There's a lot of boating rules and regulations that people need to understand before they operate it. We know folks can go rent a boat and just go out there and drive it around, but they really need to understand what the rules and regulations are before they operate it.